Okay, hi folks, welcome. How's everybody doing this evening? Okay, try it again. Let's get a little more energy. How's everybody doing this evening? Come on. We are doing a new system you may have noticed. So this is the first concert we've ever done assigned seats in here. Why, you may ask? Look around. This concert's almost full. Check it out. So it's about 250 people in the house, which is very exciting. That's by far our biggest post-COVID crowd. So give that a round of applause. The system is still got a couple tweaks we're making. So some people were unaware of assigned seats. That's okay. There also were a couple people like high school directors who we said just come on in, and that was okay. So here's the thing. This hall seats 400. There's about 250 here. So that means there still are 150 extra seats. So someone mentioned a couple families may have had to go different spots. We don't want that. So right now we're going to give you, let's say, 5 minutes before we start the show. Shift around however you like. There's definitely a lot of seats up there, a lot of seats back there, a lot of seats back that corner, maybe some smaller ones here. So we will give you a 5 minutes, and we'll start sharp in 5 minutes so you can switch around so families can be together, etc. Thank you. great to have you here. How does it feel to hear the big band back on Burbank stage? So, don't make me feel like I'm getting old, but I've been here almost a decade. And this, I think, is the first time I've ever had a performance with big band on Burbank stage, I think, in a decade. And it's really great. For anyone who has not been back in here, it got a $31 million renovation with Measure H. Look at all the seating, look at the lighting, look at the acoustics, look at the acoustic cloud, acoustic shells, the fancy lobby looks like we're in San Francisco. How do y'all like this new building? Yeah. We're really excited to be here. So this concert, of course, is the art of the dance. So throughout the whole evening, you're going to see lots of different dance elements, lots of different types of dances, and lots of sort of different plays on the word dance. This is, of course, our first semester back. So I was not with this group for probably a couple of years, just because I was switching around doing different ensembles at JC. But this is my first semester back with these folks. We're really excited to kind of hit it hard. Thanks to Ben and Friedman and such a strong jazz program at the school, the jazz band. This is their starting point, and it's pretty awesome, right? Very excited. We are going to go to Reno Jazz Fest in April of this year. We're very angry that in 2017 when we went there, we got an award, but it was second place. And so we want to go back and try to get first place. That's all. Jokes aside, Reno Jazz Fest, for anyone who has not been, it's this sort of eye-opening festival. You see groups from all around the world. You see performers who are world-class, like we were there. I don't know if anybody in this group was in that group 2017. There was the Bad Plus, Joshua Red, and headliners, so they get inspired by seeing some of the best perform. Great clinicians, great clinics, and then of course there's also the competition side. So we're excited for all those reasons, especially sort of, let's say, the educational and the learning and inspiration part of that festival. So we'll be back there. Previous soloist, you heard from Mr. Drake Bolt on bass saxophone. Logan Muro on tenor saxophone. And Logan Musicant on trumpets back there. A couple of quick thanks for all the people who make this concert possible. Thank you to our band managers, Drake Bolton, who does so much behind the scenes. Also, Felipe Kwok, assistant band manager. Thank you, Dr. Frank Chong, college president. Thank you, department chair Jody Beneke, house manager Enrique Rojas is brilliant out there. David Bozarth, lots of administrative things to make this concert possible. Thank you to all the donors. And so there's a donor list in the program. They made this concert possible. And very importantly, thank you to all of you, because your being here funds our guests, our sheet music, our part of the Reno Jazz Fest. So can we give a big thanks to them for all being here? Thank you. Great. I'm going to let our musician and drummer set up.
Good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing?
Good.
My name is Joe Campbell, and I play the drum set. Our next... Okie dokie. Our next number is called Geneve, and it's a 2-for-1. It features a jazz ballad section as well as a jazz samba section. It also features Nate Rocheleau on the trumpet as a soloist. Let's give a hand for Nate. Thanks again for coming out, and we hope you enjoy it.
soloist Nate Rothwell on drum. Hey, you look a lot like a guy who also plays in Symphonic band. He does double duty. He's a multi-talent back there. A handful of these musicians up here too, actually. This next piece features Danny Piazza on alto saxophone solo. I think you really enjoyed his part. Yeah, give him a round of applause for getting the solo. Okay, so I'll tell you the title. Figure out what you think it means. Great big ball with a map wrapped around it. Okay, brainstorm, go. Okay, so here's the story. So this composer, Rick Hirsch, which actually he connection, two of our Logans here, Logan saxophone, Logan trumpet, went to Marine School for the Arts, and they actually brought this guy as a guest over Zoom. So they've technically worked directly with Rick Hirsch, the composer, which is pretty neat. What was he like, guys?
A nice guy.
Super nice guy, okay. And was it neat to work directly with him? Like, did you feel like you got anything extra? Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah, so that's a neat tie, and it's also neat to have musicians from all over kind of bringing all these neat backgrounds into this band. So this is Rick Hirsch himself saying about this piece. He said, "The first time my oldest daughter realized she was seeing the horizon was when she was about 3 or 4. We were standing on the Milwaukee shore of Lake Michigan, looking out over the water. She looked up at me and she said, 'Daddy, is the earth just a great big ball with a map wrapped around it?'" So in this song, Great Big Ball, I attempt to capture that same earnestness and simplicity of my daughter's inquiry, the weightlessness of looking out over an expanse of water, and the joy I feel looking back on a young child's aha moment. Okay, if there are any symphonic band musicians in the audience, get up, you can go ahead backstage and get ready for our quick turn over here. Upcoming soloists on this last one are going to be Mr. Nick Vogt over here on tenor sax, and Jimmy are our final two. We want to do a 5-second recruiting pitch. It sounds like this. Trombones. We need, this band, as you can tell, this is first semester back, they're doing amazing. We need 2 more trombones. So if you know a trombonist, send it over to us. You may have heard the JC just lifted a bunch of COVID restrictions, including visitors on campus now. No COVID vaccine, no required, no tests. So a lot of stuff just got loosened. So if you know a trombone, come see us or get in touch with me anyway. It's my email's in the program. Also, you can just look me up, music.santarosa.edu. They can even join mid-semester.
Trombone.
Are y'all trombones? Oh, I forget which is. Okay, that's the trombone. He said. Okay, I forgot which is the trombone. Show us the trombone in case anyone is like, there we go. That long big tube. Yeah, that is the trombone. So, by the way, these trombonists are brilliant. We just need 2 more in the section. So if you know someone, they could even join mid-semester. Come talk to us. This last piece before a brief 15-minute intermission. Then we have a really exciting second half with symphonic band, all sorts of dance influences. Let Nate set up our last piece on this half.
I'm Nate, playing trumpet for you tonight. Our next piece is called Chicks Dig It. Chicks, as in chickens, to be clear. So Chris Bird wrote this fun chart. He has this theme going on with birds, like foul play. That's another chart. So I hope you enjoy listening to it as much as I enjoy playing. Thank you.
folks, great to see you here. So this second half, of course, as you expect, all these pieces, of course, have something of a dance element. So you might say the last one sounds like sort of a traditional march. In some ways it was. But you also heard some mariachi influence in there. Did you enjoy that beautiful little trumpet, mariachi little trio that we heard in the trumpets? Give them a round of applause. Here, of course, some mariachi elements, also some separately some Spanish dance elements. And so, of course, that was a neat kind of multi-source march that's more than just what you think of your standard kind of military march. Instruments, I was going to mention, quick plug for this group. This group is doing outstanding. As you can see, there are about 55 musicians in this group. Quick plug, if there's anybody out there that plays oboe, we can always use another oboe, another clarinet, another trombone, another trumpet. So if you play any of those, get in touch with us because we still have room for more on those instruments. I'm going to invite Will up here to introduce our next piece.
Thank you very much, Jerome. Well, like Jerome said, my name, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Will Shetler, second-year percussionist. I'm also in the orchestra as well. For our next piece, we are playing a piece that is called October. It's by renowned composer Eric Whitacre. His music has received thousands of performances in 50 countries, and he's most well known for his choral works. October was written for a band and premiered in the year 2000. The piece shows off his unique approach to suspension chords and uses dissonance that creates what's known as the Whitacre chords, which we'll hear shortly. Fall is a beautiful season in Sonoma County, as we all know, and the different colored leaves dance in the trees and even down to the ground. Once Eric Whitacre said, October is my favorite month. Something about the crisp autumn air and subtle change in light always makes me a little sentimental. And as I started to sketch, I felt that the same quiet beauty in the writing. The simple pastoral melodies and subsequent harmonies are inspired by the great English romantics, Walton Williams, Elgar, as I felt this style was so perfectly suited to capture the natural and pastoral soul of the season. So with that, because we're in the month of October, here is October.
stage pass, now's the time to come on up, and Felipe will help you find your spot behind the percussion. So
Stage pass, come on up.
Stage pass, there's 4 of you. Yeah. It's a new program that we're doing. It gets you up close and personal with the music, and I was out in the lobby ahead of time giving out little stage passes. There's no charge for them. Come right on up the ramp there and he'll help you. And you'll have a chance to stand in the band for the next piece and see what it feels like to have the music right there next to you, see what your own space looks like. Maybe hear the...
No.
Yeah, maybe hear the tuba, you know, the valves on the tuba going down, or the ballads hitting the xylophone. It's pretty cool. So come on up. Thank you all for being here. Without you, there would be no concert with no audience tonight. Thank you.
Well, hello everyone. My name is Shrina Desai, and I'm a clarinet player in the band. Before I introduce the next piece, I'd first like to give a special thank you to Jerome for being so supportive and accommodating by allowing me to continue to play in the band and also play on the women's soccer team. I'd also like to give a shout out to the band because there have been many times this semester where I've been leaving in the middle of rehearsal while we're playing a piece, and I'm probably obstructing everybody's view, so thank you, band. Our next dance piece takes us to southeastern Europe to Albania. Female composer Shelley Hansen arranged the settings of the popular Albanian tune Shota in hopes of recreating the festive mood of a raucous village dance. She recreated the sound of a folk band that would have played, inspired by the Eastern European traditional brass bands that can also include clarinets and saxophones. One of my favorite parts about this piece is about halfway through when there's a dance-off between the woodwinds and the brass, so keep an eye out for that. And without said, we hope you enjoy Albanian Dance by Shelley Hansen.
I play the big clarinet. So I'll be speaking about our piece, Symphonic dances. Story of this is the composer Anton Dvorak from the Czech Republic is one of the great Romantic era composers. His break for fame came from when Johannes Brahms discovered him, and also with the publishing of these wildly popular Symphonic dances. And in recent news, it turns out that he has also discovered Poland, and has discovered France, and we'll go there via Belgium, we might be in war here. We will perform our first band estrangement of dance number 2, followed by dance number 1. The first selection you will hear features the beautiful lyrical style that helped Dvorak achieve such international fame. The next dance is a furiate, a fiery bohemian rhapsody that alters between 2/4 and 3/4 time, with frequently shifting accents, or in other words, Queen. We hope you enjoy.
say good things must come to an end. First of all, man, can we give a big, big thank you? This concert would not be possible, as Kathy said, without this amazing and our largest audience post-COVID, which is very exciting. By the way, we do plan to sell this place out, which happened pre-COVID. Who's on that board for that plan? Yeah, we're going to sell this place out. In all seriousness, we can't thank you enough. Your support just being here really makes this program run. It really makes all the magic possible. Again, coaches, guest artists, there's a Grammy-winning guest conductor comes into May, instrument needs, sheet music needs, a lot of it is funded by your attending these concerts. So one more time, please say thank you to our amazing. We'd love to see you at future shows. We have a really exciting, by the way, this is the starting point again for this year in this band. What an exciting starting points. Just so you can see how many new musicians here. Big shout out to teachers there. I know Santa Rosa High Director, Tim Decker's here. There may be other high schools. Give a big recognition. They didn't start here. They started probably in elementary school programs, for sure middle school programs, and they did amazing work with high school programs, including Santa Rosa High, one of our friends and directors here. This wouldn't be possible without that amazing, amazing teamwork of all the teachers that work together, and it's really exciting to be part of that. Upcoming concert list is in your program. December 10th is called Mother Earth. Songs featuring water, mountains, fire, all the different elements. It's going to be a really cool show called Mother Earth. All the details of daytime, all that sort of stuff in your program. Expect for band concerts, there will be assigned seating going forward. And we'll kind of get that tweaked a little bit, get that tightened up for next time on our end. Tax-deductible donations are accepted. So if anyone knows anybody with extra money, stop looking at me. Sorry, they were looking at me. Anyone with extra money, we always are accepting tax-deductible donations. There's a couple actually really generous donors, some are here. But again, make all of this possible. We couldn't thank you enough. So there's info if you want that in your program. Let's set up our last piece. This is one of the sort of classics, one of the great tried-and-true pieces. If you talk about like the standards, the great pieces that are still performed all the time of the band repertoire, Mr. Drake is going to set this up.
Yo, Drake.
Hi, as you heard from Will, I'm Drake. I'm a first-year saxophone player here, and I'm also the band manager here for Jerome. Our last dance-inspired piece comes from the good old US of A. Chorale and Shaker Dance, as Jerome said, is one of the classics of the wind band repertoire. It features the shaker tune Simple Gifts, which many of you know, from different forms ranging from very slow and kind of mysterious in the beginning to very loud, bombastic at the end. Even though there's only one active shaker community in the US, their influence has inspired many, many songs like Aaron Copland's piece, Appalachian Spring. So I hope you enjoy I hope you enjoyed our concert tonight, and I hope you enjoy our last selection, Chorale and Shaker Dance.